Los Angeles Lakers superstar guard Luka Doncic becomes eligible to sign a contract extension on August 2nd. According to ESPN's Brian Windhorst, the entire league is watching closely as Doncic, on an expiring contract, would be making a big statement by committing to the purple and gold franchise. One of Doncic's longtime teammates, Markieff Morris, offered an update on whether the Slovenian would put pen to paper or become a free agent in 2026. On the June 19th episode of ESPN's Get Up, Morris said that Doncic proved his commitment to the franchise by making positive comments about the team's new ownership group. "Luka's the kind of guy who once he's bought in, he's all the way bought in," Morris said. "I think ultimately Luka does re-sign, whether it's 2 years or 4 years. Ultimately, I think he'll be there." Luka Doncic contract options. In his tweet, Doncic gave his stamp of approval to new Lakers owner Mark Walter by stressing that he was looking forward to winning championships with the franchise. Morris felt the tweet was a strong indicator of Doncic donning the purple and gold colors for the foreseeable future. "He's checking the boxes," Morris said of Doncic. "He's letting the fans know, the organization know that he's excited about coming back next year and for years to come. It shows that he's bought in and ready to win." It's exciting when your best player tweets about the excitement about the new ownership group. Doncic has 3 different contract options he could pursue after August 2nd. He could either sign a 4-year extension worth $229 million or wait until the summer of 2026 and sign a 5-year, $295 million deal as an unrestricted free agent. The third option, which ESPN's Bobby Marks predicts, entails Doncic signing a 3-year, $165 million deal and sign a bigger contract in 2029. Lakers have a busy offseason. More likely, a 3-year, $165 million extension that includes a player option in the 3rd year. The short-term extension allows Doncic to re-enter free agency sooner and potentially recoup the $345 million he lost when he was traded from the Mavericks, Marks wrote in his off-season guide for the Lakers. Ahead of the Doncic extension, the Lakers are expected to make several roster tweaks to improve the roster, specifically looking to add front-court depth. According to Clutch Point's Anthony Irwin, the Lakers are looking to trade for a starting quality center and use their taxpayer mid-level exception, projected at $5.7 million, to recruit a backup big. Sources close to the team reiterated that the internal plan is to trade for their starting center. Sources say they've held conversations with other teams about Nick Claxton, Robert Williams, Walker Kessler, and others. Then, ideally, use the taxpayer mid-level on his backup. Brook Lopez and Clint Capella are the 2 names most often linked to the Lakers, Irwin wrote on June 17th. According to several insiders, the Lakers could be willing to part with 1 or 2 draft picks to land a quality big. The lack of size was a big problem for the Lakers during the 2025 playoffs. Over the last year or so, whispers have run rampantly throughout league circles about the future of the Los Angeles Lakers. Sure, Mark Walter had been positioning himself fairly aggressively to one day buy the franchise, but that would also require Genie Bus selling it, something very few people thought would ever happen. To take it a step further, the other 29 teams in the NBA pretty desperately wanted this day to never come, as the Lakers may now finally be run like the multi-billion-dollar behemoth organization it actually is. The Lakers are a sleeping giant, a West executive said a year or so ago when these rumors really started swirling. It's pretty incredible they've been as successful as they've been as the league has grown around them. If they ever started actually investing in ways their competitors are, it's over. Well, that day has come. Walter and TWG, the ownership group that has transformed the Los Angeles Dodgers into the juggernaut they are now, controls majority ownership of the Lakers. Their competitors are bracing for what comes next. It should be mentioned the NBA is going to be a little more complicated to dominate than MLB, as there is a salary cap in basketball that doesn't exist in baseball. Deferred money also isn't allowed in the NBA, which has been one of the Dodgers' most useful tools during their run. No one is claiming Walter is going to come in and illegally bring in Victor Wembanyama, Nikola Jokic, and Giannis Antetokounmpo to team up with Luka Doncic and LeBron James. That lineup wouldn't even make sense. What teams do fear are the ways TWG can invest in the organization that aren't salary cap controlled. How Lakers have operated under Genie Bus. Under the Buss family, the Lakers have consistently ranked among the thinnest organizations in the sport. Employees across the franchise are expected to multitask to some pretty incredible extents. Most notably, Rob Pelinka operates as both the team's president of basketball operations and general manager. Immediately under him, Jesse Buss is the team's assistant general manager and director of scouting. Joey Buss' official title is the vice president of research and development. He also is the president-CEO of the South Bay Lakers. The Lakers have also lacked in some pretty standard aspects as an NBA organization. They don't employ a specific pro scouting department. Those responsibilities are shared among basketball ops personnel. They haven't employed a shooting coach since Mike Penberthy left in 2022. Their analytics and video departments are as thin as it gets compared to their counterparts around the league. At one point, Miles Simon was acting as an assistant coach with the parent team, while also tasked with being the head coach of the South Bay Lakers. Speaking of assistant coaches, league sources also say the Lakers pay among the lowest salaries for such hires, not even counting the cost of living in the greater Los Angeles area. It has led to a deficit in that regard for years running. When was the last time a Lakers head coach was the hot, young candidate teams were falling over themselves to hire? It simply hasn't happened. Under Buss' stewardship, the Lakers have doubled and tripled down on her close-knit circle of friends. As that setup has come under greater scrutiny, they've only banded more closely together, often putting more work into finding leaks in the organization than ensuring the leaked information is the kind of stuff their fans would be excited to hear. This is all going to change, and then some. How Mark Walter could turn Lakers into Dodgers. Walter's first move as owner of the Dodgers was to bring in Stan Kasten and Andrew Friedman to head up the baseball operations team. Friedman built the Tampa Bay Rays, who used Moneyball tactics to get to real contention in the same division as big spenders like the New York Yankees and Boston Red Sox. Walter also hired promising executives like Farhan Zaidi and Alex Anthopoulos to bolster that front office. The Dodgers have invested heavily into the medical and development teams, which has helped them find talent from baseball's scrap heaps and turn them into the type of players who have helped win 100 games perennially. Under Walter, it's not out of the question that the Lakers could make a godfather offer to Sam Presti, Masai Ujiri, or any other elite executive to come in and run the team more consistently than it has operated under Pelinka, who is known for incredible highs, the 2020 championship, landing Luka Doncic, and also brutal lows, the Russell Westbrook trade, letting Alex Caruso walk for nothing. The Dodgers hired Dave Roberts, who had never managed an MLB team before, either, as their manager, and also have consistently employed some of the best supporting coaches in all of baseball. This has led to Roberts becoming arguably the best manager in the sport. The Lakers definitely value J.J. Redick as a young, promising head coach, but the chances of him reaching his full potential increase greatly while surrounded by more highly regarded assistants. Across the league, the 29 other teams have not so quietly dreaded this day. Buss is very well liked in league circles because she genuinely is one of the nicest people in her position anywhere in professional sports. Anyone who has had basically any interaction walks away from it marveling at how humble she is despite literally owning the Lakers. She, like everyone, however, has her blind spots. According to reports, she'll continue in some capacity as the team's governor. TWG will help ensure those spots are brought into greater focus. Think of it this way. The Lakers have been insanely successful as an organization since Jerry Buss bought the team in 1979. Steadily, they've been passed up by some of the more modern teams in the league, but have still racked up championship after championship nonetheless. Now, envision a world in which the organization that attracts the most star power of any team in the NBA also has the resources to maximize each window they get with those stars, starting with Doncic and LeBron James. Yeah, that's what the rest of the NBA was hoping to avoid. The Dallas Mavericks may be eyeing a familiar face to help stabilize their backcourt during Kyrie Irving's absence, and Bleacher Report's Zach Buckley believes Austin Reaves could be the perfect fit. In a hypothetical but intriguing trade proposal, Buckley suggests the Mavericks receive Austin Reaves and Shake Milton, while the Los Angeles Lakers land Derek Lively II and P.J. Washington. Dallas Mavericks receive Austin Reaves, Shake Milton. Los Angeles Lakers receive Derek Lively II, PJ Washington. On paper, this trade serves immediate needs for both sides. For Dallas, the idea is simple. Find a secondary ball handler who can keep the offense humming while Kyrie recovers from his ACL tear. Reaves fits that bill and more. Despite playing as a third option behind LeBron James and Luka Doncic this past season, he still averaged 20.2 points, 5.8 assists, and 4.5 rebounds on efficient shooting splits. His playmaking has quietly grown sharper, with his assist-to-turnover ratio 5.8 to 2.4, ranking among the best for guards in his usage tier. Reaves also brings pre-existing chemistry with Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic, having already played alongside them in LA. That familiarity could be exactly what the Mavericks want to recreate while Irving recovers, but this time Reaves would have the chance to operate more as a lead guard. With Kyrie out, Reaves could thrive with greater on-ball responsibility, something he has shown flashes of when LeBron or Luka miss time. However, the Lakers wouldn't give up their undrafted gem lightly, especially after Reaves publicly declared he hopes to remain a Laker for life. In multiple interviews, including at his youth camp in Arkansas, he emphasized his love for the franchise, the fan base, and his belief in head coach J.J. Redick. That said, the proposed trade does give LA a chance to address glaring roster imbalances. Derek Lively, too, would be a high-upside big man who's already shown rim protection, athleticism, and chemistry with Luka in Dallas. For a Lakers team that lacked size and consistency at center, Lively would be an ideal long-term piece. Meanwhile, PJ Washington brings defensive versatility and floor spacing. With his size, switchability, and experience next to Doncic, Washington could give the Lakers some much-needed depth on the wing, something they desperately lacked during their early playoff exit. From a strategic standpoint, this deal would represent a philosophical pivot for the Lakers. While Reaves is beloved and productive, the front office might view this trade as a way to build a more balanced, defense-first rotation around their core stars. Of course, complications remain. Reaves is eligible for an $89.2 million extension this summer, and while he might decline it to hit free agency in 2026, the Lakers still hold leverage. The idea of trading him, especially after he's openly committed to the team, would be unpopular, and it risks losing a key locker room leader. Yet with other teams like the Jazz reportedly dangling pieces like Walker Kessler and Colin Sexton, it's clear the league sees Reaves as a valuable trade chip. If Dallas offers the right mix of youth and fit, this deal might just tempt LA to reconfigure its identity heading into a critical year.